Good evening, everyone. Good evening, and welcome to Conversations with Dr. Katherine E. James. We're going to jump right in because we don't have a lot of time scheduled this evening. I am super excited to have All right, let's try that again. Good evening. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Conversations with Dr. Katherine E. James. Y'all, that's how it is. We're real, and things happen. And so we don't try to pretend like there's perfection anyway. We always strive towards excellence and doing the best that we can. And so here we are. I am privileged, so privileged this evening to have one of my dear sisters. She's a new sister. And y'all know I love relationships. I love healthy, authentic relationships where we can simply be ourselves and spar each other on to our genius and greatness. And so I have one of my sisters here from the tribe, and she goes by DocV. Let me just bring DocV onto the screen, please, Dr. Joy.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, my sister. Hey. It is absolutely wonderful to have you this evening with me on this platform, Conversations with Dr. Katherine E. James. Welcome.
Thank you so much, sis. I am so excited to be here and to be with your audience. First of all, that was just so poetic that what happened on the lead to the show, because I tell you what, every obstacle has been trying to come against me to keep me from being on this show.
Right.
So I know beyond a shadow of a doubt, somebody is about to have a breakthrough, and I want them to have a breakthrough out loud.
Out loud.
Yes. So they do not forget this show, this moment, and the fact that they had that breakthrough and go into 2022 just with that new perspective. So I'm super excited to be here with you, sis, and look forward to the conversation.
Welcome. Breakthrough. And so you come out the gate with the guns. All right. Here you come out the gate.
Girl, Texas style.
Breakthrough in 2022. Right. And so I'm just, as we're talking about this notion, so DocV's power went out. She had to make adjustments and go elsewhere in order to be available and all those kinds of things. But one of the things, DocV, that Michelle typed, she said, and the show must go on, right? Yes. And the show must go on.
I love it.
Yes. And yes. Okay. So let's set some, let folk know what we're doing here and why we're here. God has created me to have conversations. And so I am super excited about the conversations that God has blessed me to have. So we got all kind of glitches happening. I don't even know, but we go.
It's all right. The show must go on.
We're going to do what we do. And so I want to start by saying that how we met, right? I want to talk about how we met. And so we are a part of this amazing tribe, right? The one and only Susie Carter, right? And her genius shows up to help folk to learn, right, how to walk out wealth and abundance in their life. She is our profit coach, right?
Right.
And so we're part of her tribe, and in being and part of that tribe, we are called to our greatness, and we are held accountable for pressing past limitations and all those kinds of things. And so DocV and I happen to be on the calls and things like that at the same time. And Doc, I just have to say, and I know it was, the Holy Spirit is what I'll say, is that we were drawn to one another. I was drawn to you for sure. And one of the things that I remember saying when I first met DocV, she was in Greece. She was in Greece, y'all. She was in Greece.
Other side of the world.
The other side of the world. And at that point, you were planning a retreat.
Yes, the exhale retreat.
I'm into this new phase of my life, and I hadn't really, before that time, really thought about going abroad and things like that. But when I was like, oh, I'm going. I'm going. That's my sister. I felt it in my soul. That's my sister, and I'm going to Greece. And so from that point on, I just made a commitment to support you in whatever it is you were doing. So I'm so grateful to be here with you today.
Dr. Katherine, and I so appreciate that and you're right. It was like a mutual connection. We were on the mastermind calls and it was like, I was watching you, I was taking notes. And then, I heard just what you do, transformation and, and the freedom conductor. Oh, I love that, girl. Look, I wish I would have thought about that. The freedom conductor. I love it. And then just your whole platform of self-love, and I wrote the book, Love the Skin You're In, How to Conquer Life Through Divergent Thinking. And that's what you were bringing to me, lady. That's, that divergent thinking, that divergent way of being, literally just like throwing a cog in the system, all stops, and really just changing perspectives and mindsets and working with people from the inside out, So, that's what really drew me to you initially, that spirit, spirit recognizes spirit, right?
Yes.
And so, I just appreciate how you reached out, how you supported, encouraged me. The Exhale Retreat is coming up May, and then we're going to do another one in September. The one in Greece is in September. So
okay, all right.
So I just appreciate the opportunity to come to this platform to pour into your folks, you and you to me, because that's what it's all about. It's not just one-sided, it's we're literally changing the way we do business, the way we interact, and one of my slogans is putting you back in business, it's putting people first. Businesses aren't just businesses to exist. Businesses are made up people and people run the businesses, so I just appreciate your heart, your love, just the connections through Susie and the Global Leadership Program. And I'm just looking forward to great things in 2022. We're going into the year with the mantra, be true to you in 2022. And we are kicking that off with the Make It Rain, the legacy event. Actually, that's a collaboration with Susie Carter. And we're starting with the mindset. When you hear the word make it rain, you might, some people just think of money. Some people don't know what to think. But it's not just about money. Life is not just about money. When you get out of here, you can't take power and money with you. It's about leaving a legacy. It's about how people think about you, how they feel about you when they hear your name or see something you've done or how you've helped them. And this is the mindset that we are kicking 2022 off with. Changing that mindset. It's time. Look, I don't want to get on my pulpit here, but it's time out for being, for being just tired of being sick and tired, for doing things you don't want to do, or because someone wants you to do it, or to put you on that, or they put you on a path that was not your path or passion. It's time to be true to you and walk into 2022 with a whole new perspective, with divergent thinking. And, those businesses, those passions you've always had, and you thought you could start a business, but, something happened and you felt, look, sis, I'm one of them, right? Try and try again, right? Since 2011, I have been on this entrepreneurial journey, doing the parallelpreneur thing, a full-time job and working this business out on the side, in the evenings. So, it's time to come into community with like-minded people who are about the same thing, heart-centered, connected, mind, body, soul, whatever your higher power is, but connected in mind, body, soul, and truly making a difference for the world. The world is hurting, but COVID has come for a reason, and it's how, unfortunately, we've lost people. I've lost family members. But again, it's the perspective. What would those family members want you to do? Roll over, give up, throw your hands up, be miserable, be depressed? No. And you shouldn't want that for yourself, because there is someone waiting for you to speak, to tell your story, to tell your truth, and to breathe life into them so that they can fulfill.
Yes. So look, couple of things. Someone's waiting for you. We're gonna bring a couple of. Brenda Vore says, hey, Brenda, good evening. Letitia Rice says, be true to you in 2022, DocV.
Yes, sis.
And she goes on to say, good evening, all. Look, I'm going to read your bio, because you, like I said, you came out the gates. I'm just going to read part of it. First of all, I told Michelle, I said, who wrote this bio? I need to contract with them. Who wrote this bio? Look, I'm going to take my glasses off so we can. It says a rock star across industries, Dr. Virginia Leblanc. Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
LeBlanc, DocV is a fast rising star on the global scene and a one girl revolution in transforming lives and circumstances in life and business through her Next Steps coaching and consulting platforms. She is a highly sought after and well respected multidisciplinary expert and international thought leader to heal a purpose to heal hearts, free minds, catalyze thinking, and connections. So I'm just going to read that part of it. She's got so much. I do want to highlight the industry, your experience spans business, government, higher education, the performing arts, manufacturing, and not-for-profit sectors. Yes. Okay. Just say it. This is look, y'all. This is who we have on Conversations with Dr. Katherine E. James tonight. My sister, DocV. Now, DocV, our real purpose for being here tonight, right? And so we're going to have another time where it's just girlfriends talking, business owners, entrepreneurs who talk about what it is to move forward and to press past limitations and all that. But tonight's purpose is, as you've already mentioned, make it rain. So I want you at this point to talk anything I might have left out the bio that you really want to highlight, or talk about Make It Rain, the significance of it, the projects that you're working on, and then we'll talk about how folk can connect with you.
Okay, absolutely. And feel free to jump in, because I get on a roll.
Okay, all right.
So thank you for sharing my bio.
Yes.
So you saw the diverse industries that I've worked in.
Yes.
And, as I was traversing, so honestly, I have come by the moniker that people have given me, the Pivot Maestro, honestly. And I have learned, I have mastered, literally, I have a PhD. So you can say I have a dual PhD.
Yes.
In learning how to pivot.
Okay.
I was pivoting before pivoting was a thing.
How do you define pivot?
So it's literally, so when life keeps happening, so I got to give you a little background. When life keeps happening and you're on a course, you're on a path, life happens, and then, that path comes to a brick wall or a cliff or what have you. And you have to decide, am I going over the cliff? Am I going to run into the brick wall? No. Okay. So I'm going to pivot. So let's think of, for you basketball fans, I used to play basketball. Oh, yeah. Pivot, so you change direction. You got one foot on solid ground, but you're rotating, you're turning a certain percentage to go on in another direction so that you can continue, you can work around that obstacle and you can continue in your forward progress.
So pivoting so we can continue to work around the obstacle and move in forward progress.
Yes.
Exactly. Yes. Okay.
Yes. So see, there are no full stops, until you decide to be that full stop, right? So, it's a decision, it's a mindset.
Yes.
So you just pivot around that thing because that's what life is. It's a journey. So things are going to happen. You have to decide and figure out how to get over, under, through, whatever the case may be. So that's what pivoting is about. Okay. So life kept happening. And I had to start looking at, okay, well, what are my passions? What are my transferable skills? What have I learned along this way, this journey called life, that I could go into a different area or a different field, or, grab onto something that, in which I could be happy in? That's first and foremost.
Yes.
Don't just do something. Sometimes we just have to do some things to get by, right? So I've been there, done that. But look at those transferable skills and your passions and start connecting the dots. Put two and two together. See, that's what we're going to start doing to Make It Rain. Okay. Not only dealing with the mindset and how you go about doing that, finding your authentic self, clearing out those limiting beliefs, getting rid of all that stuff that's keeping you from pivoting, and then talking about legacy. What's the legacy you want to leave, to the world, to your family, and using passion and purpose as that discovery process, and then talking about how you can monetize that. How can you make a living from that? People, when they talk about entrepreneurs, they think we're just foolish dreamers. But hello, think about how every society started.
Everyone.
They weren't businesses immediately.
Everyone.
everyone was an entrepreneur. They had their skill sets. You had the blacksmith, you had whatever, the shoemaker, right?
Yes.
Those were entrepreneurs. The life is built and societies are built on entrepreneurship.
One of the things that I say, Doc V, is that everything that we see, it starts with someone's idea.
Yes.
It starts in a thought. Everything that we see, somebody thought about it first. They say creation happens twice. First in the mind, and then the materialization of it. So absolutely.
Girl, that gave me cold chills, sis.
Yeah.
That gave me cold chills. You are so right.
Yeah.
And that's what Making It Rain is about. Making it rain in your mind, body, soul.
Yeah.
And once we get through that 5-day challenge, for just like an hour and a half a day.
Yes.
Then we're going 2 weeks later, January 20th or 21st through the 23rd, we're taking a weekend and we're blowing it out the water with the Next Step Summit. We're going to help people connect the dots, put it together. And we're going to have amazing speakers like yourself. So y'all better show up on that Friday of next week, the 7th, because Dr. Katherine is my closer and I'm talking about it will be fire.
Yeah.
So, just opportunities. And we're coming into community. We're sealing up loopholes. We have membership communities also, for we're meeting people where they are, Dr. Katherine. That's the thing, meet people where they are. You want to set standards, you want to set a level, you want people to come up to, to rise, right?
Yes.
But you have to meet them where they are.
Where they are. Yes.
So that's what we're about. That's what we're going into 2022 with, kicking it off with the Make It Rain and then the Next Step Summit. And then we're rolling out projects specifically for veterans and for people who have, so the next steps for vets, how to be your own boss when the uniform comes off. That is a passion of mine, and it is going to be life-changing for retiring active duty military and for vets. I'm super excited about that.
Okay, so I'm going to stop you for a couple of minutes. So Make It Rain is next week, Monday through Friday from 6 to 7:30 Eastern Standard Time.
Yes, ma'am.
Right?
Yes.
And they are able to register for Make It Rain, right? This is the event, the legacy event, with the beautiful Susie Carter and Dr. Virginia Leblanc.
Yes.
Look at those beauties on the screen.
Look, and you want to be there day one because Susie is kicking it off. And oh my gosh, if you've never heard Susie Carter speak, if you have never heard her story, oh my gosh, again, cold chills.
Look.
You need to hear it. You need to be a part of it because you need to understand it doesn't matter where we come from. It doesn't matter our skin color. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It matters the heart, what's in, what you set your mind to. If you're going to be the captain of your ship and then setting the sails.
Yes. So Michelle, thank you, Michelle, says join us free for the 5-day challenge, Make It Rain, the legacy event, January 3rd through 7th, 2022. And there's the registration link. There's the registration link. Join us for Make It Rain. Make it rain.
Make it rain.
Oh my God, sis, you said so much. So let's get to a couple of the comments because I want to. So we got Brenda Vore. She's inviting all kind of people to get online. She's like, y'all come on in here. And then, right, Letitia says, pivoting requires you to figure out how to get over, under, through, forward. So she's loving what you have to say, Doc V. Let's see what she says. That's good. So often we don't think about monetizing the thing that we're passionate about.
Yes.
And wait. I'm what am I doing here? This here requires a shift in how we think about money. Isn't that's powerful, right? That's powerful.
It is.
That, because you talked about that. You said our passions, our purpose, transferable skills.
Yes.
You talked about pivoting, using those in transferable skills. And then you said from a place of happiness.
Yes.
right? From a place,
Yes.
understanding that we all at some point have to do something to to make the ends meet, to get to the bottom line. That's not our goal. That's the in between. And in community we talk about jobs being investors and things like that. Like I had never heard about concepts like that. If you shift your mind from to your job as your investor into your amazing now and phenomenal future, then you have a different perspective, right? When you go to a job while you're preparing to release the job in honor.
Yes. And Dr. Katherine, we are such a world of competition, of fast pace, trying to keep up with the Joneses. And the Joneses are running us down. They're running us down in health and wellness, in finances, in spirit. So it's time to stop looking. Realize you are not in competition with anyone but yourself. We put ourselves in competition with others. We allow ourselves to be put in competition. And so, we're comparing ourselves to standards and successes that were not meant for us. They're not our own. So, I encourage people to set their own benchmarks, set their own success values, what they want out of life. And stop ascribing to what other people have put onto them. I used to think it was something wrong with me, so I own the Pivot Maestro now.
Okay. All right. Own it, sis.
I own it, sis.
Yes.
And that has become my passion. That was my purpose, my calling when I was walking through it. I'm gonna tell you right now, girl, I did not know that, didn't believe it. You couldn't have told me that. But life kept happening and I just kept pivoting until, one day I really started working on that self-love piece. And I want to make sure we bring that in. That's why I wrote Love the Skin You're In.
Yes.
How to Conquer Life Through Divergent Thinking. Because here I was thinking, I was a whole person. I loved myself. And, all that was surface. It was superficial. And I was wearing mask after mask after mask, which we all do until we do that work. And until you do that work, you cannot stand up on your pedestal. I talk about adjusting your crown. That's self-love. When your crown is sideways, nothing is going to work because you haven't dealt with self. Not business, not relationships, not finance, nothing. Because we have not invested in self. We don't understand ourselves, our worth, and what we're capable of doing, which is anything, owning our greatness. We fear our greatness. So, I try to teach people to embrace their fear, and the fear will become your ally. So
embrace your fear and your fear will become your ally. Oh my God. So yes, the self-love piece is huge. So in 2016, I was blessed to author Self-Love, A Gift You Give Yourself. And of course I have the books all over the place, but right. Self-Love, A Gift You Give Yourself, right. Was privileged to author that because I'd spent my years building that in me and being able to unpack it and put words to what I needed and then to do it for myself. And really, it really wasn't until, getting connected with the community and then before Susie, with some other groups that I began to realize some other work that I needed to do that was so connected to the self-love component. So beloved, both of us are promoters and champions of self-love. And so the one piece that I want to add to what Dr. V, first of all, y'all, I want to honor you. And our time is not up, but this is just what I feel. I want to honor you for how you show up in God's universe, how you show up, how throughout life you have, and I know what you're saying, like it didn't feel good when you were in the midst of the pivot, when you kept having to shift and reshift and recreate and pivot again, but each pivot built a muscle that you would not have had if you hadn't been able to pivot. If you hadn't had to go through that pivot, you wouldn't have got that level of muscle, right? And that allows you to show up the way, what they say, the rock star across industry. That allows you to show up as the rock star across industry. So we've got, Michelle says we've got an amazing lineup of speakers. And here we are. Thank you, Dr. Joy, the Pivot Maestro, right? This is the Make It Rain event. You can register there.
Yes.
And Michelle says, you are truly the pivot maestro. So whether or not somebody else gave it to you, I am so elated that you own it, right? Sometimes folk can see stuff in us before we can see it in us.
Girl, speak.
I'm just saying. And thank God we have those folk in our lives who will call it forward and hold us accountable for showing up in that way. Letitia says, embrace your fear and your fear will become your ally. And we've got, let's see, Sayam. This is an amazing podcast, truly powerful.
Thank you.
Then we have
Thank you.
Pam. Good evening, all.
Yeah.
So, sis. So the Make It Rain is coming. There's so many places. So right now, when I keep saying so, that's because my mind is racing and I have 1,000 ideas, and I'm trying.
I do that too.
Which direction do I want to go into? I really want you to just, when you're thinking about what individuals will get from coming to Make It Rain, what they will walk away with. Let's talk about that.
Girl, look, I'm going to borrow one of your monikers for that. They will get freedom. In Make It Rain, we are conducting freedom, right? This is a freedom challenge.
Yes.
This is a love the skin you're in challenge.
Yes.
This is a find your authentic self and wield that superpower challenge. That's what this is about. You know, so finances aside, yes, you need money to run business. You need money to live. You know, unfortunately, money is the thing that makes the world go round, right?
Yes.
But love is the thing that should and does once you figure that out.
Yes.
And you start employing that and using that to empower and to fuel your mission, your business mission, your strategies, who you associate with, who you affiliate with, you know, the communities that you come into.
Yes.
And along the journey, you might have to handle folks, like we say here in Texas, handle folks with a long handle spoon sometimes.
Yeah.
You might have to. It doesn't mean you don't love them. It just means that you are choosing to grow and change. And anything that does not grow and change is not living.
It dies.
It's not breathing.
That's right.
So, this is a part also, just the whole thought process in the exhale retreat, we're going to be delving into. But, it's accepting change. It's owning that fear and making that fear of change become your ally.
Yeah.
To empower you, to fuel you onto your greatness. Because we often don't step out because we fear our greatness. We fear we have a fear of security and, what if I fail? What if you fail? There's no such thing as failure.
Right.
There's only a thing called lessons learned. Learn the lesson, pick yourself up off the mat, get in community with folks who will hold you up and uplift you, like we do in this community, your community, my community.
Yes.
Be a part of, like, if you're a woman who's in a service field, come and join Grace Under Pressure for women's service. This, we've just rolled that out. Come and do that. Come be a part of Next Steps for Women. Let us help you figure out how to be and live the true you, and then you just start putting one foot in front of the other, sis. So many people just don't take that first step. And what you don't want to do is leave this world, leave this life with any regrets. How many stories do we hear about people on their deathbed in the hospital room with nothing but regret?
Yeah.
I decided I don't want to be that person.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be that person. Right? That's the decision. That's the mindset.
Yes.
That's you stepping up from the subconscious, allowing the subconscious, the crew, to run your life.
Yes.
And deciding you're going to be a captain and you're going to run your own ship.
Yes.
So it's a decision, folks.
Yes. Yeah. So they'll leave, right? They will have the opportunity to come, to receive free, right? And leave empowered. Right? Leave prepared to be in action, to take the next step.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yes. And, for those who can't make the summit, choose not to make the summit at the end of the month for whatever reasons, the 21st through the 23rd, it's okay. We have a membership portal that you can jump into. You can stay plugged in. So when you're ready, because in that membership portal, we're going to be feeding you. We're going to be giving you life, breathing life into you. There'll be other opportunities, but what we don't want you to do is to leave that challenge and not get plugged in. We do not want you to have regrets.
Do not want to have. Look, I talk about it all the time. We get one life, one shot, one opportunity, right? To seize every moment we have, right? Yes. Are we going to capture it or let it slip away? Now, I just, did a quick rap, and that was Eminem's. You only get one shot. Look, I'm gonna do my rap. Eminem says you better lose yourself in the music. The moment you own it, you better never let it go. You only get one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime. And so Make It Rain helps us to capitalize on who we are individually, and so that we can capitalize and we can maximize our shot. DocV, how do folk get in touch with you?
Girl, first of all, you're a poet. Yes. And if I could just echo that, guys, you don't want to miss this. I kid you not, we already have over 1,500 people registered for Make It Rain. It's free. Why would you not sign up for that? Why would you not attend? Why would you not? Why would you not?
Why would you not? Look, you never know who you might meet.
Yes.
You never know. Like, really, I know for sure for some people, we're the answer to many people's prayers. Everybody is in some way or another.
Yes.
Everybody is. So register. You are invited to register for this free 5-day challenge, Make It Rain, with the one and only Susie Carter, the Profit Coach, and with DocV, the Pivot Maestro.
Yes. And if you want to connect with me on social media, my handle is simply DocV Next Steps Coach. And there's my book, DocV Next Steps Coach, on Instagram, LinkedIn, and Facebook. So you can find me there and jump on my brand new home that my sweetie put together for definingpaths.online. He's a phenomenal talent. You'll meet him one of these days. definingpaths.online. And you can click on the calendar, get connected with us. Let's have a discovery call. Let's find out how we can help you with any of our programs, and just to know you. Sometimes just having a quick conversation with someone just speaks life and breathes life into folks. So
yes. So all of those ways that you can be in connection with my sister. I just want to say that I so appreciate you. I send all kinds of love your way, my sister. I know next week is going to be amazing.
Fire.
Absolutely phenomenal. And like I said, y'all, her power went out. She had to make it work and figure it out. And she pivoted. So it was so apropos for who you are, for how, God has created you to show up in his universe, and that tonight, in order for us to even do what we do, you had to pivot. Right. And like Michelle said, the show must go on. Yes. So I thank you so much for showing up, and don't go anywhere after we get off. We want to connect. And Michelle, we'll end with this one. Michelle says, fire.
Thank you so much, Dr. Katherine. And I'm happy to be here with your audience.
Yes, you're welcome. Make it rain. Everyone, go get your free ticket. And if not you know someone who needs it. Share it with your family, your friends, your neighbor, those who you know need help with their next steps, right? All right, beloved, I am so tremendously grateful for all of you who interacted in person. Thank you for your time. I understand that time is precious, and it's the one thing in life one of the things we never get more of. So thank you for your time, for your interaction, for your engagement. For those who will view the broadcast, make sure you share and like. I invite all of you guys to make it rain. We are going to have an amazing transformational time. And this has been Conversations with Dr. Katherine E. James. I serve as a self-love coach and freedom conductor. I use my inner Harriet Tubman to put all forms of bondage on notice that freedom, it's our birthright. Freedom is your birthright, beloved. I will see you soon. Join me at drkatherineejames.com and on Facebook and Instagram, Dr. Katherine E. James. Thank you. Have a lovely evening, everyone.